If you have a child in K through 5th grade, they may be allowed back in the classrooms this fall. Rhea Piniella spoke with the Bend Pine Schools interim superintendent to learn more about the back-to-school plans.
Bend Pine Schools plans to bring its youngest students back in-person classrooms this fall. However, it's up to the students and their families whether or not choose to come into the classrooms or continue their learning online. The district says it's using an ABC approach. A stands for all in, which means grades K through 5 would return to campuses full-time for in-person classes. B stands for balanced, which means grades 6 through 12 would have a mix of in-person and remote learning. And C stands for connected, which means all students, regardless of their grade level, who would prefer not to return to campus can choose to continue their learning completely online. I spoke with Lori Nordquist, the interim superintendent for Bend Pine Schools, to learn why the district decided to let the younger students come back for in-person classes.
One of the things that we believe very strongly is that our very youngest students learn best in 3 dimensions. You know, they need to move things and manipulate things. The second reason is that, frankly, for our youngest students, we play a very important child care role.
Nordquist says the district plans to add more bus routes in its transportation system to accommodate more students while keeping social distancing in mind.
Having multiple bus runs during the day to try to keep the numbers of students per bus to an acceptable level.
Michael Travis, whose son attends Juniper Elementary School, says he and his wife are glad the younger grades are being welcomed back to school.
Remote for my son and first graders is challenging.
He and his wife may consider switching their first grader to remote learning instead, but he says that's only if the COVID-19 pandemic escalates.
I'm not too thrilled about being a stay-at-home teacher. That was hard enough last semester.
Other parents I spoke with off camera say they are also glad their children would be able to interact in person with teachers and their peers again. In Bend, Rhea Piniella, News Channel 21.